This is Rain Day, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's see what it looks like back here. Ooh, the ground is so soft now. Alright, I think it looks fine. I thought that puddle would be a lot larger, especially after the way it dumped last night. I think it looks alright. See how the roof runoff is just carving out. Alright, let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, standard front door wetness. Again, that one's standard and expected. Yeah, no, oh, it's not wet. Oh yeah, that's wet, actually. So that's actually a wetness, but it's not a river. So, and then we do have, whatever that is, but I think that's okay. Yeah. So I think for day 2, I think we're holding up. So, yay, preventative measures, success. At least I'm gonna call it a success for now, because after today, the rains have been reported to start kind of just diminishing until Thursday. So I don't know. Looks like a success. Unless it just has like one more final hurrah at the very end of, Thursday, and it just like rains cats and dogs and I'm up to my knees in water again. All right. I wonder what else this day has in store. Alrighty. Stop it. Oops, not that one, this one. Okay. Is there a special trigger for the back window windshield wiper? I see it exists back there, but I don't know how to activate it. And we're off. Jesus, these pedestrians. Oh, jeez. See? What did I tell you? These dang pedestrians, man. When there's a backup there, I can't really blame people for, it's not really a honkable situation, because otherwise it's manslaughter. Alrighty. Okay, so now we've got Dad at his workplace. Got some groceries. Unfortunately, the rain started to come down again. Alright, let's get this last bit done. All right, so rainy 405 survived. A little less than halfway, and this idiot ran out of battery. But that was kind of to be expected. I was running it not on time-lapse mode. I was running it on just the normal film mode, and in hopes of what do they call it in the app or in the software? It's time whatever. In the hopes of time-lapsing it in the software, because I kind of like that a little bit better, but it is heavier on the battery life. So in any case, let's see what the day wrought in the garage. And as far as what happened in the workspace, not a lot, actually. What I have been filming so far has not really kind of progressed in aggravation at all. It's just a little bit of moisture in the corner over there. It's a little bit of moisture kind of right before the washing machines begin. And then this kind of began yesterday, but it's persisted. A little bit of moisture that's just sort of started to gather underneath the washing machines. And just for background information, these washing machines are old, they're out of date, and they're not in use. I'm just calling them the washing machines because that's what they are, and they are the space that they accumulate, or that they take up. But yeah, but there are no rivers, there is no real flooding to say. And I attribute most of that to the mud barrier that was preemptively constructed before the rains came down. So I do believe, though, that I have to study just a little bit of... is it geology? I actually don't know what facet of study that I have to kind of undertake, but I do have to understand how to make that, what my mom keeps calling a berm, more structurally sound, because there is an erosion factor that happens when the rain comes down onto the roof and then it crashes onto essentially the mud barrier that I have, and it kind of ruins it a little bit. So that's kind of why I think that I have as much leakage as I have right now, but I don't know. It could be for a bunch of different factors. It's like one of the other factors that I can think of is the same idea of why coffee strains through a coffee, like the paper sieve, right? So you've got the coffee, you've got paper, and then you got water, and then you have not coffee grinds, but you have coffee. And I think that's what's happening here.
is that you've got rain and it has to come through mud. And that's kind of where stuff stops, right? But some of that comes through. And so what's on my floor right now is what I'm going to call pure water because it was strained through different layers of mud. I don't know. The important part is that it's not a river. And I think as long as tomorrow's teleconference with my dad doesn't involve me so much, like heavily, I think I might actually be able to do a heavy bit of VR content. Which means that in the event that I actually have to be away from this computer for a bit of time, then I might actually be able to just like from my phone be able to be like, upload this in an emergency, and then you have whatever I have recorded at that time for that day. Hopefully. That's the goal. Is that my VR content as a compensation for not being at my actual editing situation. Until, of course, I have gained enough residual money to kind of get a laptop, which I can be mobile with. And I'm doing research, and I'm actually not that far off, but I do still have to kind of pinch pennies. So beyond that, I have just one other sort of obligation before Saturday. And even then, if Friday is more favorable for my dad, he's going to come down here and I don't have to do anything. Otherwise, on Saturday, I am going to take my mom, and then we're both going to go on the train. We're going to go up to West LA, and it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be an adventure, and I love adventures. That is exactly why I created this YouTube channel, is adventures. But yeah, so and that's just for visitations, just to see how things went with the follow-up. And then on Monday, I forget when I was supposed to go up, but my dad does have a follow-up medical procedure on, I think it's Monday. No, it's Wednesday. So on Tuesday, I have to go up to West LA, and then I just stay the night. And then at 9 a.m., I have to get him to Cedars-Sinai Hospital at 9 a.m. for the like follow-up, the checkup, just to make sure that everything that has been done is working. And you know, I'm not a doctor, but I think everything's working. The only thing that he really needs is like just a little bit of exercise to get some like more muscle mass in his legs. But yeah. That's today. So happy February 6th. Shit.